Hey, songwriter, welcome back to At-Home Songwriting. I'm Chad Shank, and today we are going to talk about step 4 in writing better songs, writing strong songs. So you've probably already watched steps 1 through 3, but if you haven't, go back and watch on the channel because I think you'll learn a lot. So step number 4 is we are going to raise the stakes. We are going to start talking about the pre-chorus. So we've established our first verse. Now it's time to move forward in our song to our pre-chorus where we are building tension, we are building the stakes and really setting up a launch into the chorus. So I hope this helps you. This is step number 4. Let's jump in. Step 4 in the songwriting process and songwriting system is raise the stakes. This is where you're linking your verse to your chorus with a pre-chorus. So your pre-chorus is that little ramp. It's a shorter section. It's an unstable section. It's the place where you can create a sense of urgency, and it makes the chorus feel like it's necessary. And it sort of answers the question, why does this matter right now? So we are moving from the concrete details of your verse and the scene of the verse into more of the internal emotions. And why does any of this matter right now? So the pre-chorus is really building emotional pressure. The verses, they observe what's happening. Your pre-chorus starts to react internally and it starts to react emotionally with the character in your song. So emotion starts tightening as we head into the pre-chorus. And the job of the pre-chorus is really not to resolve anything. The job of the pre-chorus is to link the verse and the chorus and build forward motion. And what it does is it starts to narrow the focus. It starts to narrow the emotional focus of what's happening. It increases the tension, both lyrically and musically, and it sets us up to launch into that chorus. And the chorus is the emotional center. The chorus is what the whole song is about. The chorus is that thesis statement. It's the emotional just anchor of the song. So your pre-chorus is really building that pressure to go into that. And in your pre-chorus, you can use time to create some stakes. So maybe your verse was in a certain time frame. Your pre-chorus could then advance. So maybe it's now versus then. Maybe it's tonight versus tomorrow. Maybe it's before or after. And you can use time to create some tension and to create some contrast with your other sections of your song. So maybe if your verse is talking about back then, your pre-chorus can start pulling in the now. Or maybe your verse was talking about tonight, and then your pre-chorus can start talking about here's what this means for tomorrow, right? So time and a when becomes one of your tools that you can advance. Because remember, your verse is setting up your who, when, where, and sort of, kind of what's happening a little bit. Also, you can use contrast to build tension. And when we talk about contrast, we can be talking about content, but we can also be talking about musical contrast and structural contrast as well. So contrast is different. Contrast means this versus that. So it's strong versus weak. It's close versus distant. It's certain versus unsure. So maybe content-wise, in the verse, we have maybe short notes and 3 lines. Whereas in your pre-chorus, then you may want to have a different number of lines, and you may want to think about longer notes to create musical contrast. You can also think about contrast from your content, your topic. So is the character strong in the verse, and then maybe they're a little bit weaker in the pre-chorus? Is the topic close in the verse? Maybe they're a little bit more distant in the pre-chorus. Use that contrast to build some tension and keep your listener engaged. Also, use conditional language to raise the risk and raise the stakes. So these are some lines or some phrases that you can help yourself and ask yourself these questions and maybe even include them in your song, but it helps you raise some tension as well. So if this keeps going, blank, or if you leave, blank. If this changes, or maybe if this doesn't change, or if we keep doing the same things, blank. Those can help build some content tension into your lyric and build that tension that needs to be released in the chorus. So what we're doing with your pre-chorus is we don't want it to resolve anything. We want it to build that tension to where we just need that chorus. And the pre-chorus is not new information. So we don't want you introducing a whole new topic. We don't want you really advancing the story very far. We want you to stay related to the hook. So you're building from the verse into that hook. It's that mini bridge, that ramp that goes from the verse to the chorus. We're not adding a whole lot of information, but we're changing from more concrete to emotional, because the pre-chorus is zooming in and it has fewer concrete details than the verse. It has more emotional weight. There's less description and there's more implication. So really your pre-chorus, again, you're kind of transitioning from the concrete worlds that we set with very descriptive language. The pre-chorus then is moving into a more emotionally centered or emotionally focused part of your song. And a good pre-chorus, it is going to make you want to need that chorus. Your listener will feel the tension, and by the time the chorus comes along, it feels like that tension is released, and the chorus feels like relief. If you don't build up that tension and then release it, and that contrast and then release it, the song can feel flat. So a good pre-chorus is there to link the verse to the chorus, but it's also there to give us that motion, that energetic flow of tension and release. And here's something to think about as you go through step 4 and writing songs and step 4 of this process. If your chorus doesn't hit harder after the pre-chorus, you need to rewrite the pre-chorus. So I'll say that again. So if the chorus doesn't hit harder, so if the chorus that you've written, if it's not hitting harder after that pre-chorus, try rewriting the pre-chorus to make it build that tension and then hit hard in the chorus. So ask yourself, did the pre-chorus raise the stakes? Did this narrow the moment? And if it didn't do those things, cut it or simplify it if it's not really building into that chorus. So the pre-chorus, I know a lot of you, ask me about, like, when do I use a pre-chorus? How do I know when to use one? And I think depending on the genre that you have, and actually genre doesn't really matter, because your pre-chorus could be as simple as one line that builds tension and leads into the chorus. But it's very much important to really have a feeling of, how is my verse setting the scene? How is the pre-chorus building the tension and starting to go internal? And then how does that lead to the big emotional moment in the chorus? And you will want to use a pre-chorus when your verse doesn't feel like it flows into the chorus, because that pre-chorus is there to build that bridge, and it's there to keep that tension and really help us feel like we need to go somewhere. We don't want to sit in a pre-chorus. We want to launch into what's coming next. That's why they call it the pre-chorus, because it's building to that chorus. So that is step 4 in this songwriting system. Please like and subscribe. And coming up in the next video, I will talk about step number 5.